All right, guys, I'm convinced. Belly and Jeremiah are two idiots who are perfect for each other, and I really hope they end up together because I feel sorry for anyone who will have to deal with them. I know, I sound a bit too harsh, but seriously, what the hell? Okay, I'm feeling a bit calmer now, so let's talk about what went down in episode 4 and what's waiting for us next. In episode 4, we see that it's been 2 weeks since that scandalous dinner. Jeremiah and Belly got a job so they could have enough money to get married at 21. Both Jeremiah and Belly's families are strictly against this marriage, but our weirdo couple is stubborn as hell and they're in a rush like the world's ending tomorrow. What I genuinely don't understand is this. Nobody is asking Belly to stop seeing Jeremiah. Like, her mama doesn't care if they're sleeping together, going on vacation, or anything else. I'm sure if they asked to move in together, both Jeremiah's dad and Laurel wouldn't mind at all. So why rush into marriage? Like, let me understand this because I seriously can't. So let's talk about the storylines one by one. After Jeremiah and Belly had that argument with Laurel, stormed off, and moved into Cousins, they were chilling on the couch. Then they suddenly realized that Conrad was also staying there. When Jeremiah asked Conrad to be his co-best man, Conrad shared his concerns about them being too young. And of course, that caused some drama. Like, I still can't believe we saw Belly and Jeremiah chilling in the pool, making fun of what Conrad said. Like, they're such bullies, and I'm starting to hate them for real. I get it, it's been years since y'all moved on, but I mean, do you guys really forget that Conrad and Belly were a thing back then? Like, how can y'all act like nothing happened? And how could you just not understand that Conrad is hurt? Anyways, Jeremiah had to leave for work and left those two together at the house, thinking Conrad was leaving soon too. But things changed when Conrad found Belly crying in her room, so he decided to stay and bake some muffins for her belated birthday. Conrad is the dream guy, I mean it. At the end of the episode, we see Belly and Conrad hugging while we hear Conrad's inner voice, and obviously he's still madly in love with her. In episode 5, I feel like Conrad won't leave and instead will spend some time with Belly. In the episode 3 trailer, we see all these fun and heartfelt moments between them. Now, we all know our girl Belly doesn't trust herself. Remember what she said about how she feels when she's around Conrad in the previous episode? Like, she also feels awkward, and she still knows there's a place for Conrad in her heart. So yeah, I feel like after spending some time with Conrad in episode 5, she'll realize that she's rushing things and might have doubts about her relationship with Jeremiah. But that's already expected. What I'm worried about is that they might take things further and end up kissing each other or sleeping together. Even though I don't like Jeremiah that much, that would be awful. If things really do lead to this wedding, and thanks to the season 3 trailer, we know it will, it'll be crazy. In episode 4, Laurel made it clear that she won't attend Belly's wedding because she simply can't support her daughter while she's making this huge mistake. John, on the other hand, is more supportive, even though he doesn't make it obvious to Belly. I think John will convince Laurel because we all know she would hate herself if she misses such a huge day for Belly. In episode 5, we might see different people talking to her, saying how awful Belly is feeling because of their argument. And let's be real, if Laurel keeps pushing Belly away, she'll have no choice but to marry Jeremiah. On the other hand, if she decides to be there for Belly no matter what, I feel like she could change Belly's views at some point. But what do you think? Like I said, in episode 5, I believe we may see a heartfelt moment between mother and daughter because episode 4 was really heartbreaking on that note. Another thing I want to talk about is Taylor, because she really did step up in episode 4. She gave up her internship to save her mama's ass, and I felt so sorry for her. Like, it was her dream, y'all. I hope in episode 5 her mama finds some money and a way to send Taylor to NYC. But besides her own personal life, she also has to deal with Belly. In episode 4, Belly gave up on going to Paris since she wants to stay with Jeremiah. When Taylor finds that out, Lord have mercy on Jeremiah and Belly, I'm telling you. Taylor has always been straight to the point, and in episode 5, she won't be any different. I really do hope she manages to convince Belly in episode 5, but what do y'all think? Is Belly really that stupid? Then we have Steven, who's been getting more and more close with his co-worker. In the last couple of episodes, we've seen them annoying each other, but in episode 4, all that antagonizing turned into something flirty, and I don't like it at all. Like, I want Steven to end up with Taylor, duh. But in the meantime, I just hope he doesn't make a mistake and get another girlfriend while still having feelings for Tay Tay. In episode 5, we'll either see him making a move on her or trying his shot with Taylor, but that's just me. Let me know what you think in the comments below and watch this video next.